But I want to stay very clear. I traveled down here for a reason and a purpose. I got some information that can really help you. I want to make sure that I leave everybody in this room with some type of value that you can use in your everyday life. One thing I know that every child, I've been blessed to meet a lot of student athletes and all over the country. I've never met a kid at any age or any level that said that, hey, I didn't want to go as far as I possibly could with sports. Never heard it. There's a reason why kids aren't getting all the way there. I actually have a friend of mine that I've known for a while, and he lives in Jacksonville. He's a DJ, and every now and then he told me he comes to this school. He's been doing it for a while now. He'll come to this school and do different events for the school. So I asked him, I said, hey man, I got to come down to Kip. What can you tell me about it? I've never really heard about it. You know, I know about Reebok. I got a player in Jacksonville. He goes to one of these charter schools, but I had never heard of Kip. You know, not in detail. You know, I found the name, but I didn't really know a lot about it. And he told me two things. He said, bro, they come early and they leave late. And that's it. That's it. You know, and I said, oh man, the kid said, man, everybody come early and they leave late. So there was one word that came into my mind when he said that. Because at first it was kind of funny, but it really struck me. It's one word. One word I could think of. And that word was commitment. That's it. Commitment. The word commitment is very, very crucial. And this is the one thing that I've learned, right? So I read this story the other day. As a matter of fact, it was actually last night. And it was a story about, I'm not sure if y'all heard of it, but it was a story about this couple, right? They started off with just two kids that lived in the same neighborhood since forever. You know, they grew up together. They went to pre-K together, kindergarten together. They went to elementary school, high school. They had their first kiss when they were like 10. You know, they went to the 8th grade prom together. And this happened a long time ago, so they had stuff like Sadie Hawkins dance. You know, they didn't have Valentine's. They had Sadie Hawkins dance. They went to Sadie Hawkins together. They went to prom together. They graduated high school together. They went on to college together. They got married together. They did that together now. They got married together, had kids together, raised a family together. They did everything together, right? And in the story, it goes back, and when they were real young, it was kind of like a little plaything. You know how you in middle school, you might have your little crush. You know, you might have your little crush. I got a daughter, right? She 1, and I'm preparing for middle school. I'm ready for the 7th grade. She can have a crush all she wants to. And I'm going to be at that school to meet him. You know, you're going to understand what crush means. But, you know, we all had our crushes back in middle school, right? So, with them, they made a vow between each other that no matter what goes on between us, I'll always be here. We'll always be together, right? So, stayed together. High school stayed together. College stayed together. Going through life, raising kids, going through the whole process. At 92 and 91 years old, they were still together. The wife died. You had the family, came over, the kids, grandkids, great-great-grandkids, all the kids. They came over, and they went and visited to console the old man, right? Person that's been there by his side forever, the one that he vowed that they will always stay together. Everything was fine with him. You know, he wasn't stressing out. He had a good time. He told everybody, hey man, I'm glad y'all came. I love you. You know, I'm glad you came. He was smiling, in a great mood. The next morning they found him in bed, dead. Natural causes. Amazing, ain't it? That ain't a fluke. That ain't just happened. So what is it? It's got to be a question. How in the world can a person will themselves to die? How can you tell your body I'm done? Say what now?
When you quit.
I say I quit things all the time, but it ain't always true. When you committed to quit.
Right.
It's the commitment. The commitment that they made to each other was so powerful and so deep, it went beyond bodily form. It got into their soul. That's how committed they were to accomplishing something. Y'all get where I'm going with this? You see where I'm going now? That's the one thing that I've learned. When we're committed to a process, no matter what, we'll find a way to get where we got to go. Alright? No matter what, we'll find a way to get where we got to go. The recruiting process, this where I'm here. Because I get to see, I'm here, I'm on a mission. To right or wrong. Every year, I see kids who give up. Kids who say, well, you know what, it was a great ride, but that's it. For whatever reason. Kids that give up on doing something that has driven them. Passion. The wrong is that they don't have to. They don't have to. And we've been able to right a lot of those wrongs, but we still look over here and we talking to people and we hearing the sad stories. And that's what we're seeing, right? So I want for everyone in this room, I'm not talking to just the kids. I'm talking to the parents as well. Because you their backbone. If you're going to go through the process, commit to the process. Right? And what I was able to do today, actually I came down a little early. And there was three young ladies, and a young man who showed me around the campus and gave me a nice tour, right? You know, and I was blown away. These schools don't exist. Y'all understand what I'm saying? These schools don't really exist. What blew me away, because I've been to schools all over the country. I taught programs in school. I've taught programs, created programs. I consult the superintendents, whole school districts. So I've seen a lot. These schools don't exist. What blew me away was the fact when you got 7th graders that can tell you the history of everything involved into their school. When you showed me, hey, that is the guy, the transportation guy. He got his autograph and everything. That blew my mind. And the way that they talked about him in admiration. And they said, oh man, this is what this guy did. This guy did this. Isn't that awesome? I said, yeah. Made me excited. You know? I said, man, yeah. If I wasn't excited before, I am now. The ownership that these kids are taking in this school is amazing. And what that tells me is they're getting some type of amazing example. You just can't come up with that out of thin blue sky. I'm walking in a middle school, and I'm like, I'm waiting for them. I'm like, oh, all the kids gone? Where the kids at? Looking at teacher's face. Teacher calm? The teacher is calm. We at the end of the year. Teacher probably going crazy. They doing it in every other middle school I go to. These teachers stressed out this time of year. They just ready for it to be over. Counting down the days. But I see the teachers, man, looking like they all right. I said, what is this? And it's awesome. It's awesome. So you guys are already setting the example of excellence. And the only way that can be said, you got the formula. Because you got these teachers that are committed, these kids that are committed, and these parents that are committed. That's always going to be a winning formula. So what I'm letting you know on this side of the field, knowing what I know when it comes to the recruiting side, because I know the educational side too. That's a no-brainer. Y'all keep that up, you're getting up. But on the recruiting side, actually helping the kid be able to get opportunities in college to continue playing the game that they love, right? It's the same exact formula. You apply what you're doing over here and put it over there, we good. Your kid's gonna have a shot. It's that simple. But that's what I learned. The key to it all is starting with commitment.